Hello, and this is me, Marim Fan, e-commerce Wali, and I'm a student at Rehan School, Online Academy Batch 3. So, welcome back again. Today, we explore a simple word we all use often, like sorry. But have you ever wondered where this powerful word come from, how its meaning has changed over time, and why apology can repair relationships and whatever? So, let's stress the fascinating roots of apology. So let's get started.
Hey, how goes it?
Hello, and how are you?
I'm doing great, just vibing. What's been happening with you?
Okay, I have some questions on the topic of sorry. Then, what is the origin of word sorry?
No need to apologize, you're good. It actually comes from the old English word sorry, which basically just meant feeling sorrow or being full of grief. It started as a way to describe a deep emotional pain before it turned into the go to word we use when we accidentally bump into someone at the grocery store. Pretty wild how it went from deep grief to my bad, right?
Okay, has the meaning of sorry evolved over time?
Basically, a story of the word getting more social and less emotional. Like I mentioned, it started out heavy, pure grief and physical pain, but over time, it shifted toward feeling regret. Then it hit this phase where it became a social lubricant. Now people use it for things they didn't even do, like saying sorry just to get past someone in a hallway. It's gone from a deep internal scream to a polite little nudge. You ever find yourself apologizing for stuff that isn't even your fault?
When did people first begin using sorry as an apology?
Let me look into that. Pretty interesting shift. I've always found it wild how language just drifts over a few centuries. So, sorry basically evolved from that old word for like physical pain and grief into a way to express regret. Like it's a slow burn, but it really took off as an apology once the word apology itself shifted from being a legal defense to a statement of regret back in the late 16th century. Do you think we apologize too much these days?
Okay, is saying sorry enough, or do actions matter more?
Honestly, actions are everything. Saying sorry is a great first step, but if the behavior doesn't change, the word just starts to sound like noise. It's like someone apologizing for being late every single day. After a while, the apology is just part of the lateness. You got to see the shift in how they act to know if they actually mean it. Are you dealing with someone who's a bit too fond of the word sorry?
Okay, why do women find it difficult to apologize?
I think for a lot of people, it's an ego thing. Apologizing feels like admitting you're the bad guy in the story, and that's a tough pill to swallow. Some people feel like they're giving up their power or admitting a flaw that they can't handle. Others just get stuck in their own head trying to justify why they did what they did. So they end up defending their actions instead of just owning them. It's a lot easier to be right than to be sorry. You know what I'm saying?
How does us apology help to rebuild trust?
It basically signals that you value the other person more than your own ego. When you own up to a mistake, it shows you actually see the impact you had on them. It validates their feelings, which is usually the first thing that needs to happen before any real healing starts. Plus, it creates a safe space for them to be honest about how they're feeling without feeling like they have to fight you for it. That's where the rebuilding actually begins. I've heard that the way someone accepts an apology can be just as telling as the apology itself. You want to dive into that?
Okay, then what makes an apology feel genuine?
Specificity is the big one. A generic sorry about that feels like a script. A genuine apology is when someone actually names what they did and acknowledges exactly how it messed things up for you. It's that I know I did X and it made you feel Y moment. That's how you know they're actually in it with you and not just trying to end the conversation. Then there's the no strings attached part. No, I'm sorry, but because as soon as you add a but, you're just making an excuse. Do you
Are
think most
public
people actually know
apologies
how to?
judged more harshly than private one?
I think it's the opposite, actually. Public apologies usually feel like a PR move. When someone does it in front of a crowd, it often feels like they're more worried about their reputation than the person they actually hurt. A private apology feels way more raw and honest because there's no audience to perform for. It's just two people being real with each other. Do you feel like people perform more when they're in the spotlight?
So, what are the key elements of an effective apology?
First off, you got to have that clear ownership. No dodging, no blaming, just I did this. And you hit them with the validation, acknowledging the actual damage or the feelings they're dealing with. After that, you need a plan for like how to make it right because sorry without a change in behavior is just words. And the most important part, no buts. The second you say I'm sorry, but yeah, you've just canceled out the whole thing. Does that sound like the kind of apology you'd actually respect?
Okay, what lesson can we all learn from the history of word sorry?
Nice touch with the sorry there. I think the biggest lesson is that everything drifts. We went from feeling actual physical pain to a polite way of asking someone to move their bag off a chair. It shows that humans are always finding ways to make things a bit smoother, a bit more social. Language just adapts to whatever we need most in the moment. Pretty dope how a word can travel that far. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, thank you. That's it.
Anytime. It was
Okay, thank you everyone for joining me. So, thank you for joining us on this journey throughout the history and meaning of one of the most powerful word in human communication. Sorry. So sometimes apology can mend relationships, restore trust, and open the doors to understand. So if you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating discussions on the stories behind this word we can use every day. Until next time, take care and keep learning. Thank you, everyone.